In Australia, 1 in 6 children live in income poverty. That's an outrageously high number. We often hear in Australia that in the 1987 electoral campaign, Bob Hawke made the comment, "No child need live in poverty by 1990. Following that statement and the election of the Hawke government, we did start to see a decrease in child poverty, and that was because of a range of policy initiatives that better supported children and their families. Across successive governments in Australia, we saw a real shift whereby the focus wasn't on what we can do through policy, but blaming and shaming individuals. This idea that people can pull themselves up by their bootstraps. But we know that's not the case. The More for Children research aims to understand poverty from a child's standpoint in order to end poverty in this very wealthy country. We don't think about children when we design social security legislation. We don't think enough about children when we're thinking about housing policy. My team is doing research that very few across Australia are doing. We've developed a methodology that is genuinely child-centred and rights-based. When we create those spaces for children, they have incredible ideas. They give us insights into the problems, but they also give us insights into the solutions. And we've been interviewing parents as well as working with children. I spoke with one mum who talked about being on Centrelink payments, having those payments cut, and not being sure why. And this is an experience that many people share. She was on the phone for 3.5 hours. She finally got through, and she was told she'd phoned the wrong number. She couldn't be transferred. Instead, she was told to phone a different number. At this point, it was almost 3 o'clock and she had to go and collect her much-loved 5-year-old son from school. She described walking into the playground, her little boy running up to her and talking about how wonderful his day was, and her response was to say, "Shut up, Mummy just needs a little bit of time." Weeks later, she was still carrying that guilt, but she explained that she felt so disregarded, so disrespected, that shaped the way she responded to her child who means the most in the world to her. One of the most powerful things that we've heard from children is how growing up in poverty impacts relationships. We can change that. We do not need to require people who are entitled to government benefits to jump through hoops, to sit on a phone for 3.5 hours only to be told they've got the wrong number. We need to think deeply about what kind of country we want and how we can make it fair for all children, because we have slipped away from that deeply held idea of a fair go. In the More for Children research, we're developing a set of child-centred indicators that are designed to drive change. Based on what we've heard from children, we've developed the MORE framework. And that framework has 3 dimensions: material, opportunity, and relationships. And the community jigsaw provides us with a way of ensuring that children can work alongside adults to say, these are the pieces that are really important to us. Poverty is not an individual choice, and children are never to blame for growing up in poverty. So we need to put children at the centre of our policy making, or at least include children in all policy decisions. And so that's what this research is about, understanding poverty from the perspective of children, and then working through how we act in ways that are child-centred.